Hi, thanks for tuning in. In this video, we're going to discuss the Slack channel and how the team uses it to collaborate. So the first thing we'll look at here is the current trade ideas channel. In this channel, you'll get the trading plans for the week. These get updated every week. You'll have at least 10 to 20 plans in here for the leading stocks in the leading sectors and ETFs for this particular quarter, month, week, and so that we're always focused on the stocks that have the highest probability of outperforming. All of that info's here. You'll find patterns here, right? How this pattern is this textbook pattern. You'll find the invalidation levels. You'll find some notes on the trade, how I think about the trade. You'll find where you're wrong, right? If price gets to that level, where we need to exit and abort the trade. All of that's found in the current trade ideas section. The live trading room is where we look at updating the current trade ideas, which only get updated once a week during regular trading hours, right? So we'll have, the stocks that are moving, those stocks will get discussed in the live trading room. The stocks that aren't moving, because not everything, if the setup worked, like every setup isn't 100%. So, 20-30% of the setups that fail, we're not going to talk about those every day. We're going to let those sit and focus on what the market is doing and what the market is generating. And that's kind of what the live trading room is for, right? This is where I review the setups as they come in from the Triggered Alerts channel in real time, so that you have a guide for how to manage these trades, how to take new setups, etc. The open swing positions is reviewing the trades that I have currently open. When did I buy them? Have I trimmed any of them? Have I added back? You can view all that information here. It's in a pie chart. It's in a bar chart. Go check it out. The pre-market notes is where you're going to get all the info for all the current trade ideas updated every morning, right? So as the week starts on Monday, if you reviewed everything that was in the current trade ideas channel on Sunday night, you'll be ready for the week. As Monday comes out, you've already got pre-market action, right? From Sunday night at 6 o'clock until 9:30, that's all pre-market. And you want to get updated on what's happening at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. So every morning, you get an update on what's going on, what upgrades and downgrades, what news, economic news is happening, what stocks are breaking yesterday's range, right? Is it an outside day? Is it an inside day? What are we looking at? Because those stocks are going to have the highest probability of continuation. So we want to, constantly focus on what is the market showing us, what market generated information are we taking it in, and how can we tie that to the plan that we had created when the market was closed, right? So you create the plan without bias, without emotion. You then follow the plan and the levels, and the pre-market notes give you the best way to do that, right? You'll have stuff in here like see 12 days higher low pattern. So if this pattern breaks, you need to take note of it. But again, she's just trending up, and these are the moving averages. And if any of these alerts go off, this is where you can participate in this trade if you're not currently in that trade. And a lot of the time, stuff doesn't change, day to day. So if you close, inside day over day, there's really nothing to update. The structure of the market hasn't changed. So all of that will be found here in the pre-market notes, and the charts that you need to focus on first thing this morning, right? That I find most relevant, you'll see in here as well. The Triggered Alerts channel is actually, it has a lot of cool stuff. So first off, there's two types of alerts you'll find in this channel. You'll find the aggressive alerts, and then you'll find these things called conservative alerts. The aggressive alerts are going to be for traders that want to be, super active and want to compound more, have a higher risk appetite. because generally when you're buying these aggressive alerts, you're buying a counter trend setup, anticipation of a trend reversal, and then the conservative buy is buying after the trend has already reversed. So again, the aggressive trader will have, like a gap fill level, a moving average, those types of alerts, high lows, POX value levels, etc. That type of stuff. Those will all be your aggressive alerts. Your conservative alerts will simply be a script that it's like 5 or 6 different things that I look for to indicate to me that momentum is increasing or decreasing. So that's your conservative buy or sell, and the 2 time frames we look at that on are daily and weekly. So you'll find those in here in the Triggered Alerts channel, and you'll get a lot of info as this comes in real time. And one more thing to point out, right? So your aggressive alerts, you're going to be doing the limit orders for your entries and exits, and your conservative alerts, you're going to be doing market buys and market sells. And then there are 3 types of aggressive alerts. You got this breakthrough, right? You have touch, and then you have bounce, if I can find one of those in here. But the point is breakthrough, meaning we hit the level and then went lower or higher. Touch, meaning we came up to that level and then went sideways. And then bounce, meaning we came to that level and then left. And so there's a lot of data that you can gather from here. And the way that these are generated is TrendSpider is my trading system that I use. And all of those alerts get sent into this Slack room. So I'm constantly looking at basically the same things over and over again, right? Are we above all the moving averages? Yes. Okay. So trend mode engaged. We want to buy dips into the 10 and the 20. So right off the bat, you should see an aggressive alert for all the stocks that are in here that are trending for daily SMA 10, SMA 20. Right. So those will come in. And then ultimately, when the stock stops trending, right, you'll get a conservative sell alert to let you know that the trend has ended on the daily and or weekly timeframes. So all of that stuff is going to be in the Triggered Alerts section. It's a great tool. Again, this is the Triggered Alerts channel. It's not to tell you what to buy and sell. It's to tell you that these are the things that you need to be looking at, right, at this moment in time. So like 9:40 on Friday, Amazon was at the 40. That's a key level. Does she hold that level? You learn something either way. And this is the only way to let the market tell you what to buy and sell. Right? You have to set the alerts. You have to wait for them to go off. These are my alerts that you're looking at. Again, you should be setting your own alerts in your own systems based on these plans. And then you can make your own informed decision whether you want to buy or sell. This is what I do, and this is how I approach trading. I have 2 different, right, aggressive, conservative approaches for entries and exits. And then finally, the weekly condensed notes. This is where you're going to get like all the earnings for the week, right? The trend synopsis, how long we've been long these trades, the time frame for them. This is just going back 2-3 weeks now. You can look at, the trend synopsis for all the stocks in the channel. That's about all you're going to find in here. I think we also do these levels every now and then. Again, all of these are taken from the current trade idea section and then just thrown over here to give traders who can't, really, look at all of the charts all of the time. They can come in here and say, look, I'm really interested in Bitcoin, and set your own levels. That's one approach. Again, not the best approach. Best approach is wait for the market to dictate what it is we're trading. But the condensed notes is more of just a place to go look for condensed information. General chat is where you're going to have just a bunch of nonsense, but that's your channel to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Macroeconomic fundamentals is where we're going to talk about the Fed policy, numbers, jobs numbers, etc. Right? NFP 350 versus 750. Bad? Is it bad? Does that mean we're going to get more stimmy? Is bad news good news? That type of stuff when it comes to the Fed. And how will this affect policy moving forward? Stuff like that. That's what you're going to find here. New members start here is really just an Evernote to, for all the new members to review so that they understand what's going on. Options channel is where we take some options flow that we see and tie it with technical chart patterns, right? So an ABC pattern completed, and then you got all this option flow for 1015 call sweep. It's not telling you to buy or sell. It's not telling you anything. It's just a weight of the evidence approach where we're gonna, hey, this is more information of liquidity and order flow. And if lots of, market participants are looking at the October 15 270 calls, and you look at this chart and you say, well, that's right here where we just were. Is this a hedge for a net long, a net short position, or is this a directional bet? You never really know, but again, it's just more data, right? Visa comes into the 200, boom, call sweeps, right? How much? 5 million worth. Past performance is just where, I review my old trades, and you can find them here logged in Evernote. I put out a video you can watch, and there's just some other ones here for people to review. The journaling is a very important part of trading, and every trader has to journal in order to get better. It's the only way. Polls and games. This is where I put out questions for the team and community to learn more about trading. Polls, to try to gauge crowd psychology, stuff like that. It's just meant to keep everyone engaged in learning and continuing education. Same thing with the psychology studies. It's really, really important to understand psychology if you want to be good at trading. So this is a channel dedicated to that. I have an Evernote for all my old crowd psychology studies, and I think it's something that will constantly be updated and constantly should be studied. Study material is a channel where we go through all the stuff that they're working on in the CMT exams and the textbook that we have for that class. All of that's found here. The tutorials section is going to have CMT notes and what everyone should review if they want to be a better trader, right? This is where you're going to have all the info on how to find value, how to size your portfolio, the different chart patterns, etc. How we use trailing stops, momentum divergences, system analysis, stuff like that. And finally, the YouTube video channel is where I wrote a script to throw in any shadow trader, Cavatio Capital, Kendall Report, my strategic forecast videos into this channel. And for people who want, those guys put out daily, weekly content. For people who want more content, more continuing education, this is the channel for you. These guys are great. They're awesome mentors. You can learn a lot from them. They each have a different style. So I highly recommend, if you want more content to consume, watch these videos. They're all here. They're free. These people are mentors of mine. And I recommend that if you have free time and are interested, check it out. And that pretty much concludes the channel review. There's one more thing I did kind of want to review, is just how to do some searches. Let's take conservative in triggered alerts, and you can just come down here and check the channel, things like that. You can do a range. You can filter on all of these different things. But if I just wanted to look at, hey, what conservative alerts fired today? oh, we had one for Bitcoin, we had one for, like, maybe I'm not an aggressive trader, or maybe I'm only an aggressive trader and I want to see what aggressive alerts we have. Some real simple ways to utilize the channel and get a lot more value. Again, maybe you're like, hey, have we done anything with DDawg? You know, there it is. Yeah, you know, you can look and find, oh, here we go. You know, we were looking at DDawg. You know, it's just some basic stuff like that. You know, oh, I want to see the Amazon plan. All right, so you search for Amazon in current trade ideas. It'll take you right to it. Yeah, that's about it. The notifications, I think, is over here. You want to be notified every time something happens. Right-click on the channel, change notifications. And that does it. So if you like the content, you want to be part of the member, come check us out. Leave a comment. Hit the like button, subscribe, check us out on Twitter. We hope you enjoy, and see you next time.